Welcome back. Now in this video we will simply start working on the click event. So first of all we're gonna create a method. It will be simply show talks categories dialog, and we will call upon that method right in this FCT in this click event. So then whenever the user will click in here, there will be a kind of dialog that will show the task categories from which the user can simply select. So let's go and create that method above the widget build. There we go with the widget build. Above that, right in here, we're gonna make this private and we'll give the name as show task categories dialog. And this is going to take the size. We will pause that. So in here size, type size, and curly braces right in here. Take this down. Now right in there we will have a show dialog in here. There we go with the suggestion. It's going to take the contacts and the builder. We will remove it for now and we will add it just in a while. In here semicolon and take this down. Contacts to contacts, and now it's going to take the builder. In here contacts, CTX, and curly braces. Take this down. Now in here we will simply return the alert dialog. There we go with the suggestion, and in here semicolon and take this down. First we will set the background color for that alert dialog. So in here background color we will go with the colors dot black 54. It will be kind of dim and in shade of black 54. So let's move further. Now we will set the title text widget. Right in the text widget we will say job category. Put comma. Now we will set the text align. Text align. We will go to the dot center, and right after let's do some style for that. So as usual text style in here. There we go. In here we will set the font size. First set it to 20 and also set the color. Color is gonna be white. All fine. Let's move further. Now down below this text you will set the content. In there you will have a container widget, and right in the container widget you will set the width first. Okay, so type size in here, as you guys can see right in here. Okay, we will use that. So size dot width, and gonna multiply with 0.9. So it's gonna take the size dot width, whatever the screen it will be, with a 0.9%, as you guys can see right in here. Now right after, in here the child, and then you will have a list view dot builder. I'm gonna take this down. In here it's gonna take some properties. The first one will be shrink wrap. There we go. We're gonna set this to true. So basically that shrink wrap will create a scrollable linear array of widgets. So we set that to true. So you will create one. let's move further. Right after item count. So in that, first we will go create a job category list, and then we will come back right in here and we will use it, and call upon that right in the item count right in here. First, right in the lib, we will create a new directory folder. There we go, and we're going to name this as a persistent. So in here, that's the name, persistent. And now right in this directory, right click and create a new dot file, and gonna name this as a persistent. Okay, now right in there we will create a class by the name persistent, and take this down. In there we will say static, we'll have a list, string type, and gonna name this as a job category list, as I told you before. So in that, what we will do, in here semicolon, take this down. Now we will simply just create a list for the job categories. So in here string, and the first one that we will create for the architecture. So in here write it, and construction. So that's going to be on the first one. Put in here C, so the spelling will be right, and here comma. Now let's have another one. This one will be education, and let's have for training. In here comma, and this one will be simply for the development programming. So in here just write instead of and, we will have the dash, so it will look more fine with the programming. Put comma, let's have another one, and this time it's going to be for the business. Put in here comma, let's have another one. This time it will be simply for the IT, information technology. Human resources, and also for the marketing, and we will create for the design, and the last one that we will create accounting. So that will be the different categories for the job, and the user will select a job according to their choice from this list. So we are successfully done with that. Now let's go and we will use that. Write in the upload job dot, open that, and write in the item count. In here what we will say, persistent, that class name, let me just show you. There we go. Okay, or you can copy it from here and just paste it right in here. Okay, or you can manually write it. So then we will say dot with a job category list, also the dot length. That's fine. Now simply just import the library, so the error will be gone then. There we go. It's working totally fine. Now right after we will set the item builder. It's going to take the contacts and the index number. Remove the comma and write the curly braces, take this down. Now right in there we will simply return inkwell, in here comma, and take this down. It's going to take the on tap event. Now scroll down and write in this on tap event we will have that job category controller, that first one. Go tags and you're gonna equal that to the persistent, that one. Just copy it from here and paste it right in here, okay, like that. So just don't get confused in that. Persistent job category list, and then we will provide the index. So there will be a different kind of index because in there are different job categories, as you guys can see. So it's going to need the index. Well, fine. And just let me check one more thing. It's a stateful widget, so we have to simply cut it, and in here first write state, okay, in here semicolon, simply tag this down from here and simply paste the code that we just cut before. There we go, right in the system. So it will change it dynamically. So whenever we use the stateful widget, we have to call upon that right in the state, and the reason for that it will change the result dynamically whenever we run the app. And I have already explained that in the previous videos. Now right after, if there will be any kind of dialog box, we will simply remove that with the navigator.pop contacts. We will simply remove it. So that's fine. Now let's move further. Head down in here, we will say child, and we will have a row widget. In there gonna have the children. Right in the children we will set the icon, in here comma, and tag this down. Let's have icon, arrow, underscore, right. We will go with the outline one, that one. And then we will also set the color. So colors, we will go with the gray. You guys will get the idea whenever we run the app, and I will just show you the result. So don't worry for that. And now down in here we will do some padding. In here comma, take this down. As usual we will do the as in sec. We will go with the dot all, and in there we will go with the add 0.0. Gonna have the child and then the text widget. That in the text widget, what we will have simply the position. There we go, that one, okay. And that job category list, that one with the index. And then let's do some style for that. So as usual, text style, and set the color first. We will go with the gray, and also let's have the font size. So we will set it to 16 and all just fine. Now just simply we will add the const modifier just to remove those yellow lines, so the code will be clean then. and here remove one X, and that is fine, and all is just good. Now simply copy that method name from here and go towards the FCT for the job category, that one. Okay, write in the FCT and there call upon it. It's going to take this size. Okay, as I told before, we will pass that. So in here type size, and in there semicolon. First let me just check that error. They say undefined name, and we have defined it already. Let me just check. So it's just fine right in here. I think we didn't define the size right in the widget build. Let me just check. Yep, we just didn't assign the, or let's say define the size in here. So first let me do that, and the error will be gone then. Take this down in here, size, type size, equal that to the media query. Okay, and then you will say of contacts dot size. So the error has been gone already. Let me just check. There we go. Okay, all just fine. Now if you guys didn't hot reload the app, just simply first do that right from here. Just click on that run man.down. Okay, I have already hot reload the app, so there is no need of that. I will just simply press the Ctrl S. There we go. Now if I click on that select job category, there will be dialog in which there will be a job category list. So let's go and check it. Click on that. There we go, the job category, and there is all the categories of a job as we write it in the persistent job category list. There we go with the architecture and the construction, education, training, development, programming, and so on. So it's working totally fine. Let me also show that in the method. There we go with the show task categories dialog that we just created before. Okay, in there, as you guys can see, we use the show dialog. Okay, and right in the builder we simply return the alert dialog. We set the background color black 54, as you guys can see right in here. And there we go with the title job category at the top in here with the white color, and font size just fine, 20, and it's right in the center, text align. And all of these job category lists, we are getting that from the persistent job category list dot line, as we added right in the item count. And there we go with the persistent dot and all of the list. So just don't get confused in that. And then in here, right in this state, we simply set the job category list with the persistent with their index to the job category controller dot tags. So we set that with the job category controller dot tags, and there you guys can see that the result. And also we set that icon and with the gray color, you guys can see right in here, and there we go in the list right on the left side. And then we do some padding. You guys can notice that right in here for the persistent job category list with their index. Everything is just fine, and I hope you can get the idea now. It's more clear.